Hi again, everybody. Mr. Fitzpatrick here. Just wanted to now reach out and talk about subtracting fractions. Subtracting, as I was saying in a previous video, subtracting and adding are probably the more difficult when it comes to dealing with fractions, whether you're either multiplying, dividing, subtracting, or adding. I think adding and subtracting fractions are probably the more difficult of the two. That's just my personal opinion. But anyways, so if you remember from the previous video, the first thing we have to do when it comes to anything adding or subtracting fractions is we have to find a least common multiple, an LCM, a least common multiple of both denominators. When you add or subtract fractions, you have to first, before you do anything, find a least common multiple so you have the same denominator for both fractions. So with that being said, very simply here, I picked two kind of rather easier fractions just for the sake of this video and the timing of this video. When you have 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3, what would be the least common multiple, or to reach, you have to have yourself a common denominator of 3 and 6. Well, what's a multiple of 3? 3 and 6. Multiple of 3, sorry, I kind of wrote that a little bad there. So your multiples of 3 are 3 and 6. Well, 6 is already in your denominator over here. I think you can figure out that when it comes to having a common denominator between both fractions, it's going to be the number 6. So if on your left side here, your denominator is 6, well, your numerator is staying the same. So your numerator and denominator will stay the same. 5 over 6 minus, but now the denominator of that second fraction here, of this 3, now becomes a 6. The question then becomes as well, how do we reach 6 from 3? Well, that's 3 times what? 3 times what equals 6? That would be 3 times 2 equals 6. So what you do to the bottom, you're also going to do to the numerator. So 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. From there, your denominator obviously is going to stay the same. Everything when it comes to adding and subtracting fractions, the denominator will always stay the same. So everything in here, so I'm going to box in here, you'll notice that anything in the denominator here always stays the same. All right, so with that being said, let me kind of get a little bit of this off of here. Go. So again, the 6 stays the same. Well, what's 5 minus 4? 5 minus 4 is 1. When you come to the question of what is 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3, or 5/6 minus 2 over 3, or 2/3, your answer is 1/6. Hope that helps. Check out the other videos. More to come. Have a good one.